So let's take a look at an AWS diagram. So this is automatically generated by connecting a cross-account role. And what we can see here is we've got a VPC called AWS Demo. We've got the diagram canvas with the VPC, a bunch of external resources, some S3 buckets, and so forth. We can zoom in and out to those. We can switch the names and connections on or off. We can stretch the resource width, we can stretch the resource height, so we get it displaying exactly how we like it. We can flip the diagram to isometric view, on or off, and then we can reset the canvas to standard. So in the diagram itself, we've got VPC, there we've got availability zones as the columns, and then within the AZs you've got your subnets, and again displaying the metadata related to the subnet. So we've got connected network interfaces and stuff that's not necessarily visible within the diagram canvas, but is known to exist. To the right hand side of the diagram, on the attribute pane at the bottom, you've got the ability to select different types of view. So for instance, if there was some containerized workloads associated, we can look at the container view. Look at the different tasks and services that are running with a status here of whether they're running, pending, stopped, and so forth. We can look at the extended infrastructure view. So that's similar to the first view we were looking at, except there's more information given on each of the resources. So here you can see IP addresses, names, and so forth. We have the list view. So the list view shows you everything that was discovered when Hava scanned your cloud configuration. So a lot of these won't necessarily be on the diagram, but they're here for your reference. You can also sort by price. So this will then show you all the most expensive resources that are running within that VPC. With details, and again interactive, so you can select a resource on the list view, and then it will tell you all about it. So we've got a security group view. So this is quite unique to Hava. So it shows you all of your security groups with the connected resources. Then you've got laid on top of that the traffic flow. So you can see from here you've got a port. Zoom in a bit on that. So it tells you the port, where it's coming, where it's going, the ingress and egress, IP addresses, tags. So a security guy can look at this diagram and say, oh hello, what's that doing coming in from the internet, going straight there. It's a very useful visualization of all the traffic flow within your VPC, and you can usually spot straight away if there's a problem. So that's it for views. We'll take a look at the versioning. Another powerful feature of Hava is versioning. So every day Hava will scan your cloud configuration, and if it finds any changes, it will create brand new diagrams for you and then place the superseded diagrams into versioning. So if we look at this example, we'll hop across the versions. You can see there are a number of historical versions of the diagram sitting here. So we can select an older version, and then Hava will pull up a completely interactive diagram as the environment was at that point in time. So you can still do all the stuff that you do with the live diagram. You can to the attributes, look at the different resources, and then look at the metadata as it was at that point in time. So if you're trying to track down bugs or errors, or you've got entries in the log that need explaining, you've got the information at hand to see what was going on at that point in time. Also very useful for audits. So if you have a PCI compliance audit, for instance, you've got the actual data here on hand to show the changes that were made over time. So talking of changes, in the versioning tab, we've got a compare revisions facility here. So this is our diff view. So if we take the current diagram, which is here, and then we'll go compare revisions, and then we can select a second diagram, being diagram B. So we'll pick the oldest one here. So now you can see the Hava's gone away. It's taken the today's diagram, one from April, made a comparison. So now you can see everything here that's highlighted in red has been deleted between those two time frames. Anything in green, you see the green items here have been added. So you've got a complete picture of everything that's changed. So if your application stops working overnight, you can pull the diff diagram and then see exactly what's missing or what's been added that could be the cause of a problem. So there we go, that's Diff View. We believe that's also very, very unique to Hava and quite a powerful feature.